humanity survived. Our ancestors have destroyed the world, and we had to pay the price. With over 100 years without sunlight. But we have prepared ourselves for our chance to make things right. They stole from us a life of happiness. Still, we will make the best of it. Even though Mother Earth is grim and tainted, we have managed to survive. And we will keep surviving.
We finally left the Endzone. Just look at this beautiful scenery. It's marvelous, even though it's a bit different from what we had pictured. We were able to secure a few basic resources and are storing them in our bus.
Hey everybody, hey Curious here. Welcome to Endzone, A World Apart. It's really reminded me a lot of Surviving the Aftermath, which I really enjoyed. And actually, I thought that maybe they'd changed it. When I first saw the video and the gameplay of this, I thought that maybe they'd changed the name to Endzone. But apparently not. This is a completely different game. Really good reviews on Steam since March of 2021. Over 4,000 mostly positive reviews. I want to give a special shout out to Gently Mad Studios for hooking me up with a press key for this. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to getting into this. So let's do this.
I'm glad we prepared ourselves well for this kind of scenario, especially since our inventories in the Endzone ran low. Don't forget that if you need additional information, you can look at our survival guide at any time.
Well, the voiceovers are very nice. I do like that. All right, let's take a look here at the survival guide. Should answer all the questions. Looks like we have bartering in this. We have raiders. Okay. Education, storage, expeditions, electricity, radiation health. Cool. All right, let's do this.
Done. Everything you need to know should be right here. I think the time has come for us to at last build ourselves a new home here.
I agree. Let's get started. Wow. Oh my gosh, there's a massive city over here. And there's question marks circling around it. Might be worth looking at in the near future. Got some turbines. Let's look at maybe it might be a military base of some kind. Or something, I can't really tell. Maybe not. Alright, what's this up here? I'm looking for a nuclear power plant or something. What we got? Some massive buildings here. That looks like a hospital. Okay, we'll continue exploring a bit later. Let's refocus here on the job at hand.
Before we can construct buildings at all, we have to assign the profession builder to several settlers so that they can take care of construction contracts. In general, it's your responsibility to decide which tasks are important and how our settlers are supposed to be distributed to attend to them.
Alright. We need 3 builders.
All right. Your builders will be ready as soon as construction contracts have been issued. It's time to start focusing on our key and most basic need, water.
Agreed. Let's do this.
The first thing we ought to do is to establish a working water supply. So we'll move on to our first construction contract. Place and build a jetty by a lake in the vicinity of your town center.
Okay, a jetty by the lake in the vicinity of our town center. All right, we've got a couple lakes here. I'm assuming the bus is going to be our town center, so I'm going to put a jetty down here somewhere. All right, looks like we're going to have to rotate this around a little bit to make this work. Looks good to me. And now we're just waiting on them to build it. We should be able to advance time here. Yes. A lot of animals running around here. Not a big surprise. Not a lot of human hunters
Very good.
in the area.
The jetty was completed as planned. Now we have a place where we can collect water. There are other possibilities. We can obtain and store water from different sources, like a jetty, rain collector, or well in the cistern. The cistern should always be in close proximity to a water source, so that our water carriers don't have to walk too far.
All right, let's build the cistern. Just how big is this thing? Pretty massive. Speed time along here again. Yeah, I guess 100 years without humans hunting probably increases the amount of wild game out there significantly. Alright, assign settlers to the profession water carrier. This almost looks like an above ground pool. A heavily modified above ground pool. Speed time along here. We're waiting for water production to increase.
Great. We have now installed a working water supply, and water is now transported from the jetty to our cistern. Consider hiring more water carriers if you don't have enough settlers available. You can never have enough water in storage.
Yeah, we have plenty of settlers right now. 5 are unassigned. Let's just max it out and get this thing filled up quick.
Now we should focus on food production. It's important to ensure the supply right from the start. A gatherer's cabin, a hunting lodge, or a fishing hut can directly remedy the situation. I suggest starting with a fishing hut, since we're already located near a lake.
Alright, let's do that. So a fishing hut, huh? Food. Fishing hut, okay. I'm just gonna put it right next to the cistern, I guess. Yeah, that looks good. And then once it's built, we'll assign 2 settlers to become fishermen. What are these notifications? Build additional houses or shelters. Homeless settlers, okay. We'll get to that. I'm sure the tutorial will get to that sooner rather than later. Alright. Let's assign some settlers. Can I do it from here? Yeah, I can. Right? Yes. Okay.
Good work. We've now taken care of our basic supply via food and water. Make sure that you have enough food and water on hand at all times, especially if you want to upgrade your settlement. A population that grows too fast can quickly unbalance your food and water supply, bringing major difficulties for you if you don't watch out. Crops are another excellent way of getting food, because they constantly grow as long as the soil is moist enough. Each seed has different yields and growing times. This means that it could take some time until your field is ready to be harvested. in contrast to your fishing hut, where production can be right away.
All right, so understood. Let's see what we got to do here. Cultivate a field, one field, assign one farmer, seeds from fields chosen, then open the view for environmental and irrigation. Well, let's take a look at that right now. See if we can pick a good spot for our field. Looks pretty dry up here. It's not dried out, but it's dry. But we are in the dry season. Well, we were. Let's go and grab a field here. Okay, here comes the rain. Let's see if that changes anything. Yeah, here comes the rain through the area. Rain cloud passing over. I'm just curious what will happen after the rain cloud passes over. Still pretty dry for now. I'm gonna wait a second here. All right, you can kind of see where things are wet. It looks pretty good right in here, right about where all these deer are hanging out. I wonder if we're gonna get another rain cloud. Yeah, here we go. Okay, I kind of like this area down here then. Let's do about a 10 by 10? Sure, why not? Looks good to me. Alright, I like that location. So now we need to assign a settler to farmer. And then choose a seed.
Looks good. Remember that we need the widest variety of food sources to stay healthy. You should also plan ahead for drought periods that might come when it's not going to rain. Stock up on food and adapt your production to avoid bottlenecks. I'll show you a few more strategies later on.
Okay, so I can't get information from any of these seeds because I don't have them. What I know here is cabbage yields 400, and this black salsify? I don't think I've ever heard of that before, but yeah, 2.8 seasons is the growing time, and it yields 500, but this one's 1.9 seasons, and it yields 400, so I think we're just going to stick with cabbage. I wouldn't even know how to cook black salsify.
At the beginning, we don't have much scrap, wood, or other resources. We could build a production building, but to obtain resources as fast as possible, it's best that we start gathering right away. Assign a Gather All Resources task. All the settlers who haven't been assigned any profession by you are going to accept these kinds of tasks. In addition, settlers distribute resources within your settlement.
All right. So we have free settlers available, 5 out of 3. That's great. Gather wood task. Tasks. Okay, there it is. And let's see, we got a bunch of scrap over here. I think I'll gather wood up here. Looks pretty good to me. Gather scrap. Looks like a lot of scrap over here. 224, 226. Yeah, 225 is pretty good. We'll go for that. Alright, get started on that. I think people will automatically do this if they're not assigned any other jobs. I think. Right? Yeah, we don't have to assign anybody. So I think that's how it works. Let's see if it starts happening. Yeah, we got a guy chopping trees down here. And it looks like he's bringing the wood back to the
Since we now
camp.
own plenty of resources, we can start to build a real production building. Then you don't have to always make efforts by hand that collecting is taking place. Production buildings are not only easier to manage, they are also distinctly more effective than simple tasks. Don't place production buildings too far away from your settlement. You'll be able to change their working area at any time later on.
Yeah, you can see our crop yields going up as they grow. Cool.
Right on. The best thing for us to do now is to build a forester's lodge to automate our supply of wood and make it more effective at the same time. Foresters are not only able to chop down trees, they reforest areas with trees as well.
I like the sound of that. Kind of slow down here. So I need to build a forester lodge. I like to try to find these on my own, if possible. There we go. Rather than click on these links, because these links aren't always going to be there. So I'd rather... Oh, it shows how many buildings we already have built of this. That's nice. Alright, very convenient. Forester's Lodge. Alright, well we have some over here already, check marked. We could build... We can do that. 796. That seems like pretty... 798. We got some red there. 793. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do that. Looks good. And we've got ourselves a... Yeah, forest lodge. Cut down and reforest. Cut down, reforest. We'll stick with cut down and reforest. Speed time along here. And you can see the paths of travel for everybody. All the workers. That's kind of nice too. Alright. Man, I really like it. This is a... I feel this is going to be a good game. How's our yield doing here? Oh yeah, we're getting close. Shooting right up. It's almost time to harvest. He is harvesting. So now, can I change my next seed? Let me see here. Next seed. Okay, there we go. Cool. We'll see how this works. I don't know. But they said variety was important, so that's why I'm going to change it up. And he's clearing out this pretty quickly. Can I move this around, just pick it up? Change field of work. There you go. Just clear out this area. We'll use it to build houses and fields or whatever we need up there. Wonderful. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to assign a profession. Forester. Sleep at the wheel there. And well, I haven't even built it yet, so it wasn't like it was a big deal. Do I have somebody that can do it? Yeah, I have unassigned workers. They should get to work here. There it goes. All right.
Good job. You might want to change this building's working area later on to tell your workers where they should get their wood from. Ah, and for your information, if you want, you can also tell your Forester's Lodge that they only ought to attend to reforesting an area in order to create a lush, green forest which generations to come can use. Very good. Now we ought to take care of collecting scrap. Scrap is one of the most valuable resources because the quantities present are limited, and we can recover other resources from scrap. Unlike the task we just had, the scrap yard allows larger quantities of existing scrap to be dismantled than with ruins or wrecks.
That was nice. I like how he was in the middle of his speech and it didn't interrupt when it did the save. Very nice. I have the auto save set for 15 minutes. You can adjust exactly how long you want it to go before autosave. I think it goes up to like 90 minutes or so. I just have it at the lowest level, or the lowest amount of time, which is 15. So we need to do the scrapyard now, huh? Okay. Collect scrap from ruins in a predefined zone. So that's all it is, just a dumping spot. Power consumption 100. Workers move faster with electricity. Okay. Local attractiveness down by 4. Alright, so we need to be a little bit aware of that. Where can I put this? I'll put it down here. We'll sort of make this our industrial area, right in this general area here. I think once we start building houses, we might put them over here. For the most part. In this general area. Okay, let's put this... Let's put this right about there. That looks good to me. We're gonna have to cut down 3 trees. That's what the check marks are for, I believe. Alright, let's get started on that. And I'm going to assign a settler for scrap collector. No children at this point in time in our village. Oh, they're eating all our crops. Get them out of here. We need to learn how to hunt. I don't think it really bothered anything, but Oh no, we got the drought. That means the lake is dried up. Oh, okay.
Change the working area for
Wow.
the scrapyard too. We can recycle scrap into 4 additional resources: cloth, metal, plastic, and electronics. We'll do that shortly, but for now we ought to take care of your settlers' needs first.
Oh look, we're dropping because of the kind of. Yeah, it's dropping because we're dried out in the drought.
Our people want a place to sleep and live. Cabins fulfill their need for safety and privacy and increase the confidence of their inhabitants. In other words, building cabins increases their willingness to start families and reproduce, if you know what I mean.
I wonder if that when this hits 0, if we lose our whole crop, because it's about to come back. Let's see if it starts bouncing back. It does. Okay. Good. So we're saved. All right, so let's make some cabins. Need to build 8 cabins, and I think I'll put them up here. See if I can find housing. Cabin. Okay, that works. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I need any spaces between them. Alright. Hopefully those get built pretty quick. We don't run out of resources. Yeah, it looks like we have plenty of scrap, plenty of wood, tools. Increases our productivity. Radiation protection. Medication. Cloth. Metal. Making tools and or special buildings, okay. Plastic. Key material to hold back radiation. Electronics, mainly used for power supply. And then coal, made from wood using charcoal kiln, can be used to in a water tower to purify the water to remove radiation. Okay, good to know. Let's speed up time here and see if we can get these built. There they go. Perfect. Renaud, a fisherman, and Raquel, a scrap collector, live here. Hopefully they start making some babies. Attractiveness is -4, but just because it's kind of close to this area here, probably. Yeah.
Besides cabins, you can also provide sturdy houses and shelters as housing. Sturdy houses withstand sandstorms better and have an increased storage capacity to boot. Children living in houses gradually fill up the house's stockpiles. Settlers do not reproduce in a shelter because they lack privacy.
All right.
Let's return from our excursion into housing and refocus on scrap. With the help of a recycler or refinery, scrap can be sorted into 4 different resources. A recycler always takes scrap apart, one resource at a time, while a refinery automatically produces all 4 resources. To start off, you should build a recycler and produce cloth.
All right. Sounds like the refinery's better, like more efficient, but he wants us to start off with a recycler, so we're going to do that. And I'll just put that right next to the scrapyard here. Seems like as good a place as any. I don't know which way we should point it. That's fine. Let's just do that.
Let's return from our excursion into housing
just
and refocus
repeats it.
on
Gotcha.
scrap.
Looks like that, yeah, we already have workers in here. Wonderful. And we're just waiting for the cloth to get produced at this point. Which is what it's assigned to. Looks like we can do metal or plastic. Pick those manually as needed. Hey, we got a baby.
You can instruct your recycler to produce
Helene
a different resource
and
at a
Nicholas.
time. It's important that you focus on the resources you really need, at least in the beginning. Cloth and metal look like good options if you want to equip us with protective clothing and tools.
All right. So, as you can see, Helene and Nicholas are growing up. The children help their families to transport food and water to their homes. That's really the only job that they can do, huh? Okay.
Happy settlers are industrious settlers. That's why we ought to look after our people and protect them against the surroundings and dangers, like radiation. So let's start by transforming our newly recovered cloth into protective clothing. A tailor will be able to help us with that.
All right, let's build a tailor shop. And we're looking at the terrestrial radiation, so the ground radiation. Oh, we need to move this guy, don't we? Oh, stand by. Take care of some business here. Yeah, let's do it over there. How we doing over here? Nearby resources 10, that's it. We need to move this. 160 seems a lot better than 10. There we go. Okay. So, okay, tailor shop. Tailor makes clothing that protects settlers against radiation. And, yeah, I'll put him right here. Trying to keep a little bit of distance between the house and them. I know that we got -4 here. Yeah, that one's far enough away so it's not being bothered yet, but... yeah. The attractiveness on these three is a little bit lower. Okay. Nope, let's just do one. That's what they want, so let's just do that. And then we're looking for them to produce one neck scarf. Once the building actually gets built. There are animals just running all over this place. We got pigs, wild pigs, and deer. What else we got? A nice tractor back here. I don't want to tear that up. I want to use that. Requisition that. Make neck scarves. What else can we make? Carbon mask, radiation suit. Okay, so those are the 3 things we can make here. Shouldn't be too long for them to make one. Probably waiting on some resources to be delivered. Wonder if we're gonna see it like a yep, there we go, progress bar going around there, progress circle. So we should accomplish this task here. There we go. Good.
Environmental radiation into 4 levels: no radiation, low level, medium level, and high level radiation. The radiation changes constantly and is influenced by weather and contaminated rain. Protective clothing helps to protect us against this kind of radiation, but it takes a while before it's produced. And production relies on a steady flow of incoming resources. Try to establish production chains at an early stage and start to stockpile goods so that some are always on hand. The tools we brought along from the Endzone are slowly but surely running out. So now, let's focus on manufacturing new tools. The tools will help us to work effectively. We'll need metal for that, so we'll prepare for production by building another recycler, which we'll commission to recover metal from scrap. After that, we'll need a workshop to enable the manufacturing of brand new tools.
Okay, so we need another recycler. Now, see, if we built the refinery, we could be producing both cloth and the metal, but for some reason they want us to do the recycler, so we're going to do that. And I want to keep it a little bit further away from town center here, so we're not making it even less attractive. There we go, let's do that. Kids grown up yet? About halfway grown. One unassigned lazy bum. Now we need to do a workshop as well, huh? Okay. I'll put the workshop right here. Got that built. Now we need to assign settlers to it. We only have one available. These kids gotta be close to getting grown. There we go. I don't really want to take any builders away or anything like that. We'll just wait for the kids to grow up here. Shouldn't take too long. So we're gonna have two people hit the workforce here. Helene and Nicholas. Won't take too long. I guess in the meantime I can use one of my builders. And then turn them into a builder. Turn Helene into a builder. So we're doing scrap tool. Yeah, there we go. Now we went from 10 to 11. Alright, there we go. We're up to 12 now. We have metal tool and scrap tool. So I'm guessing metal tool's more advanced. Okay. Higher durability, but it requires extra resources like scrap, wood, and what is that? Cloth? No, metal. Sorry, metal. Alright, so there we go. We got some new adults here at the workforce. And it looks like it jumped up again. Yeah, population's increasing. So we need to assign another person to the refiner. There we go. And instruct a recycler to produce metal. There we go. Alright, I think oh, instruct a workshop to produce a metal tool. Alright. And metal tools produced, we're waiting for those. I'm going to switch this over to cabbage. We've had several seasons of that other crop, so we'll switch. Can't imagine it's going to take too long. There we go. We got some metal coming in. We should start producing soon. There we go. One of two, and here comes the second one.
With our lovely new tools, we are now prepared to work effectively. Should you ever run out of metal, keep in mind that you can also instruct your workshop to manufacture tools from scrap instead of metal. Though they won't be quite as effective, it's still better than being forced to work with bare hands.
Alright, guys. Well, I think we're going to end the first episode here. Just go ahead and pause it there. Hope you guys enjoyed. I am going to go ahead and continue and get started on episode number 2 after I bid you adieu. So like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Y'all take care.